Hi, my name is Anne Ahokangas, and I'm so glad you have chosen my voice here to be your meditation's guide. Know that as you embark on this process, you may have varying degrees of familiarity with this meditation and visioning process. So make sure you have a piece of paper and a pen to write with. And know that during this process, I'm going to ask you some questions, so you may open your eyes and write down what comes to you. So go ahead now and find your best surroundings and make yourself comfortable wherever you are listening. Make sure you are safe and secure enough to remain undisturbed for at least the next little while. And now, if you're ready, just close your eyes and begin to move your conscious attention and your settling awareness to the gentle rise and fall of your chest. And become a little more aware of each breath arriving and each breath flowing out. Simply allowing yourself to breathe continuously and easily. Always with a very natural and normal, easy flow. In and out. As you take this time and this space to relax a little more, bringing your focus inside as you begin to transition consciously to the center of your being. With each exhale, allow your body to relax a little more. I invite you to let go of anything that came before this moment. For these next few moments, you can simply be here, now. Just allow your body to be completely relaxed. Through visioning, you create a space of deep listening and awareness to fully embrace the divine idea for your highest good. Visioning is an excellent tool for your personal growth and also for any important project in which you are engaged. There is always a spiritual prototype or divine idea for everything that exists. Through visioning, you make yourself available to embrace the highest idea for your life, for your work, so you may be more completely experiencing your highest good. When you're visioning, it's important to let go of all expectations and simply allow your intuition to flow. Are you ready to relax and let go? Do that now. And remember to stay out of trying to figure out how anything will happen. And stay out of analyzing what comes forward. Know that during the visioning, your answers might come in the form of words, pictures, sounds, smells. You are tapping into the soul of the universe, which is your soul, and your soul knows it makes sense. Visioning is a meditative process. So know when you are through with this meditation, you will have a chance to write down anything that came to you as part of this visioning process. Now take a moment to notice your breath in and out. Imagine you are in a field of unconditional love. An atmosphere in which to create. Unconditional love gives itself totally in every place in the universe, with no conditions or withholds. You are in a place of full giving. Are you ready to receive it now? Then take this moment and feel the love. Allow it to grow and multiply. What does it feel like if it's 10 times more? How about 50 times more? Feel the love at 100 times more. Feel the love everywhere present. Letting go of any ideas or notions of what should happen. Just allow your mind to be still. What is Spirit's highest idea or highest vision for my prosperity and abundance? What must I become to empower this vision? What must I be? What must I release? What do I need to let go of that no longer serves me? What limited thought or limited way of being doesn't allow for this vision to expand? What gift do I bring? What gift do I already bring? to this idea. Is there anything else? Any other information I need to know in this moment? Take the time now to enter into a space of willingness, of openness, of allowing. Tap into that place within that knows that it knows and can only say, yes, I am willing. Use me. I am open to receive. Can you feel the openness? Just allow that to expand. Allow the willingness, the yes, to open. Allow it to fill your consciousness, to fill your awareness. And know that as you come back to full awareness, to full consciousness in this moment, in this place, that you can take a few minutes to write down anything that came to you during this visioning. Again, remembering not to analyze it, just write it down. So let's take this moment now in gratitude for this short affirmative treatment. Join with me in consciousness. In this divine space, centered in the essence of the One, I realize the vision is already manifested in the mind of God, in the mind of Spirit. I allow it to be in my awareness too. My mind is filled with the words, thoughts, and feelings of tremendous thanksgiving and appreciation. I know I have been lovingly guided and supported, and always am. I know it is already done, so I let go and I let it be so. And so it is. Welcome to Unity Online. I'm Reverend Anna Hokangas, and I'm here with Emilio Zaris. He is our most amazing music director. I hope you enjoy what we have to offer today. So let's get started with our first song. And our first song is Love Yourself by Billy Porter and Emilio Zaris.
Always remember who you are. If you want to be the girl in the picture, well, you gotta meet her. Hello. Open up your eyes, it's time you realize now is the time to shine. Baby, you're a gold and everybody knows it. You got it and it flows from your soul. Sugar, you're a star, even with your flaws, you're unstoppable. Ain't nobody bring you down when you're hot. All you got to do is love yourself. And if you just believe that you're really all you need, you won't need nobody else. Get up, love yourself, love yourself, love yourself. You better love yourself, just love yourself, love yourself. Woo! From sea to shining sea, we all can come together, make the world much better. Get up on your feet, we're dancing in the street, celebrating liberty. Yeah, we've come this far, we've got so far to go. Hold on, baby, don't let it go. If you feel alone, just listen to the song. Love yourself, you can't go wrong. Oh, can't nobody bring you down where you're hot. All you got to do is love yourself. And if you just believe that you're really all you need, you won't need nobody else. Get up and love yourself. Get up and love yourself. Just love yourself. You better love yourself. Love yourself. Love yourself. Woo! Let me hear you say, mirror, mirror on the wall.
Mirror, mirror on the wall.
Confidence is unstoppable.
Confidence is unstoppable.
Self-love is the solution.
Self-love is the solution.
Be a part of this revolution.
Be a part of this
Let me hear you
revolution.
say revolution.
Revolution.
The category is revolution.
Revolution.
Come on, bring it, revolution.
Revolution.
Say revolution.
Revolution.
Revolution. We
Revolution.
got a revolution. Ain't nobody bring you down when you're hot. All you got to do is love yourself. And if you just believe that you're really all you need, you won't need nobody else. And love yourself. Just love yourself. Love yourself. Love yourself. Love yourself. You better love yourself. Love yourself. Love yourself. What are you waiting for? Spread love, y'all. Spread love, y'all. Woo. You better love yourself. Love yourself. Woo. Always remember who you are. Don't let anyone get in your way. We need old-fashioned love in the world today. What am I doing?
Now our next song is another fabulous one by Eddie Watkins Jr., and Emilio does it really well. Fear to Faith. I hope you sing along.
We move from fear to faith when we gather together to pray. for the healing of this world and the dawning of a brighter day. We move from fear to faith. Now sing it with me. We move from fear to faith. You got it. When we gather together to pray for the healing of the world and the dawning of a brighter day. We move from fear. Yeah, we move from fear. Yeah, we move from fear. Yeah, we move from fear. Move from fear to faith. Move from fear to faith. Okay, we're gonna do it again, okay? Okay, from the top. Here we go. Let's try it one more time. We move from fear to faith when we gather together to pray. That's it. For the healing of the world and the dawning of a brighter day. We move from fear to faith. We move from fear to faith. When we gather together to pray for the healing of the world and the dawning of a brighter day. We move from fear. Yeah, we move from fear. Yeah, we move from fear. Yeah, we move from fear. From fear to faith.
Oh, so let's move from fear to faith in this opening intention. Join with me in consciousness. So take a moment and close your eyes if that's comfortable. And just roll your shoulders back. Oh, and just open up your chest. Oh, doesn't that feel good? Now take a moment and bring your attention from your mind down to your heart center. And recognize that this is the core of your being. This is where Spirit, Source, the infinite mind of God resides, right at the center. And just allow that reality, that understanding, to land as you move from fear to the faith of knowing that each and every one of us is always fully supported. Spirit is good and always good. And therefore I am good. And I know as I connect with this center resource, this resource within me, that I find the place of joy, of peace, of faith that everything is unfolding perfectly. So I take a deep breath in, breathing in gratitude, and letting out everything that no longer serves me, knowing Spirit is at the helm. With a grateful heart, I let go and I let it be so. Please join with me in affirming, and so it is. My life is a prayer. A wonderful song written by Karen Taylor Good and Stowe Daly. And Emilio does it so well.
What if a prayer is not a plea, a desperate call with tears that fall on bended knee, but breathing out and breathing in, it's God and me that lives and breathes, my trusted friend. My life is a prayer that God is praying. My thoughts are words that God is saying. My laughter is the sound of angels playing. My life is a prayer that God is praying. What if today I had the chance to move and sway? God leads the way and my life stands. But breathing now, what if I knew without a doubt, no need to fear, God is right here within, without. My life is a prayer that God is praying. My thoughts are words that God is saying. My laughter is the sound of angels playing. My life is a prayer that God is praying. My thoughts are words that God is saying. My laughter is the sound of angels playing. My life is a prayer that God is praying. My life is a prayer that God is praying. My life is a prayer.
Beautiful. I bet you hadn't thought about that for a while, or maybe never, that all your thoughts are prayers, and that Spirit is always saying yes. So what is it that you have been thinking about? And know that you are really powerful. You are powerful because the power of spirit flows through you, and that's how your life, your reality is created. So let's go with the absolute word imagine today. I imagine limitless possibilities. In childhood, I might have imagined fascinating shapes and wondrous creatures in cloud formations, people, and picking up a twig. I might have pretended I held a wand with magical powers. An ordinary packing box could become a vessel to sail on or under the seas. An aircraft to fly higher than mountains, or even a spaceship to explore the stars. My ability to imagine manifested from my power of imagination. I use it to shape the substance of my mind, thoughts, ideas, beliefs, and images. I use it to specifically form my desires in my mind as the precursor to bringing them into fruition. I am grateful for my power of imagination. It is my ability to shape to my heart's desire. I envision possibilities beyond the reality I know and the world I see. This year, 2021, is halfway through, and we've been looking up and beyond, imagining the possibilities rather than allowing the current circumstances to hold us back and to hold us down. July, we're looking at being pulled by vision. And what is that vision that you have for your life? Have you thrown out the old vision and created a new one? Have you used your imagination to move you forward into a new reality, something that's happier, more peaceful, more prosperous? I hope so. So this week, we're going to look at free your mind, and the rest will follow. Ernest Holmes says, the recognition of the presence of God or good automatically wipes out any picture of undesirable conditions, for the Spirit of God is a law of elimination and obliteration to everything unlike itself. And really what he's saying is that if you take the time every day to remember, to the degree that you understand God or Source or the universe and connect with it, that other things start to just fall away. It's sort of like turning a light on in a dark room. So free your mind and the rest will follow. So we're going to look at use treatment to unclog and free your mind. Treatment provides a pause and remembering of our own consciousness, and pray with clear purpose. And I guess I'd like to start with the idea that our co-founder, Charles Fillmore, called prayer treatment, because he understood that what we're doing is treating the old way of thinking, the old negative, limited way of thinking, and treating our mind to the realization that spirit, which is everything and all possibilities, is actually what we can tap into, tune into, and live as. And so we're going to explore all aspects of treatment. So there are 3 stages I'd like to look at. 1, seek first the kingdom or kinship communion of God, and all things shall be added to you. And that's sort of a paraphrase from something from the Bible. And that's really speaking to your life transforms to something so much better. Better perhaps in the way of health, peace, joy, love, prosperity, abundance, you name it. Anything that is good increases when you connect with whatever degree your understanding of spirit is. And know that even your understanding of spirit expands as you attempt to connect in the way that you can. And so one of the ways that I like to do it is to think of my whirling thoughts in my head. And as I close my eyes, to just set that aside for a moment and bring my focus down to my heart center. And something that I also do is something called heart math, where I imagine a beautiful scene. Perhaps it's my husband's beautiful face smiling at me, or perhaps it's my new grandbaby and her gurgling and paying attention to the cell phone that's taking a picture of her. And as I'm doing that, I'm imagining that my heart is doing the breathing. And so I become centered from my analytical mind to the mind that is connected to the mind with a big M, the mind of the universe. And so that's how I seek the kingdom. How do you do it? So stage 2, by me instead of it is not I, but the spirit within, is the real key here. It's an important part of our spiritual evolution, and it has its limitations. When you free your mind of your by me bias, you move into stage 3. And I don't know about you, but I often, before I remember, get caught up in the idea that I've got to do it, that somehow my little me has to figure out and sort out and make something happen. And yes, I do have a part in it. I do have a role to play. The first is, when I connect with Spirit, I know that Spirit has so much more to offer me, so much more good than my limited way of thinking. And so I say to Spirit, I don't know how, or I know my thoughts might be limiting in this situation. I leave it, the how, to Spirit instead, and then I follow the prompts. So do you have a by me bias? Are you sometimes feeling like you need to control everything? Well, there's this promise of a much easier way, and that is to allow Spirit to be the guide and then take the action. But you have to ask first. You have to connect first. You have to realize that you have been trying to control it all yourself, and to let it go and allow Spirit to bubble up any ideas that might be just perfect for you as you move forward. So do you approach life with an attitude of by me instead of it is not I but the Spirit within? Just something to think about. And then stage 3 of spiritual development is through me. So much more awaits you when you surrender and allow. And that is really first recognizing that Spirit has great ideas and has your highest and best always in its mind, the M mind, the big M mind. And so it doesn't happen from out there. It's not God sitting on a chair with a big G saying, oh, well, you know, I'm just going to command this or command that. No, you get ideas. And those ideas may come from someone saying something that sparks an idea. It may be that you just get an idea that goes softly by like a little cloud, seems almost insignificant. Or it might be, like some like to call it, the cosmic 2x4 that says you should do this because all the other doors have closed. But then it's your action that's required. You have to do something. That's the through me part. Use treatment to unclog and free your mind. And so I'd like to identify this idea of treatment again, and that is, treatment is putting yourself in a space, a mindset of recognizing that you are so much more than what you see in the mirror. You are connected to the infinite. And that when you remember that, you are doing a deliberate act of prayer treatment in remembering that you are so much more and that you are tapped into infinite possibilities. So you free your mind, your conscious mind, from trying to control things. The highest awareness you can have is a recognition of the omnipresence of Spirit. Spirit is in everything, everyone, every situation, and every thought that you have. Spirit is within you in every cell of your being, and spirit is also in the possibilities. It is and knows everything. This sets greater possibilities in motion and automatically provides a better idea of life. And I know it can be really hard to remember if you're not in the habit of doing that. But every time you don't feel quite right, to stop and say, have I forgotten to tap in, to tune in, to do treatment? Have you been drawn to unity with the hope of manifesting conditions and stuff in your material life? And some people go to religion, go to a faith tradition, because they want to fix their life or they want to have more of something. And the thing is that no institution, no faith tradition can do that for you. They are guides on how you might live your life. And if you have come to unity to find guidance on how you might do that, I'm here to tell you that we teach personal responsibility. And that personal responsibility comes from your own personal connection with spirit, with the idea that your thoughts create your life through the spirit within you. So what if the use of affirmative prayer treatment has always been for the purpose of freeing us from our own limited ideas and beliefs and not to fix anything? I know I was first taught that prayer really was to fix something. You only prayed when you wanted something fixed or changed. And yes, you can do that. The thing is that when you focus on something with a lot of energy around it and it's negative, it's pretty hard for the good to come in. To actually focus on what it is that you desire instead is to allow for the new to come in. And I'm not saying discounting what's going on or how you're feeling. Yes, honor that, but know that that's the platform from which the next level of your experience happens. And so it's not to stay in that place that isn't positive or good or that is uncomfortable, but it's to recognize that you are ready to move from there. Let us use the incredible tool of affirmative prayer treatment to free our minds and lead us into the freedom that is our birthright. Are you ready to do that? And to do it as often as you remember. And it's not to say to your friends, oh, excuse me for a moment, I'm going to pray. It's not that at all. It's to start every day with the idea that you are divinely guided, that you are the portal through which the wise ideas that bring your best life forward are coming through you. And to listen to those prompts and to follow that. And to know that life isn't supposed to be difficult, that life is supposed to be easy, perhaps challenging from the sense of allowing each of us to grow, but it's not supposed to be like bumping up against a wall. It's supposed to be easier than that. And so when you feel like you're bumping up against a wall or a door is closed, it's because maybe you need to turn around. Maybe you need to turn your thinking around. Maybe there's another door or a window that's open. Are you ready to let treatment be the go-to tool to break the chains of unbelief? And maybe when you're in those negative times or those uncomfortable, stressful times, you're not thinking of it as being unbelief. But in a way it is, because you're believing that your own personal power is what's going to get you through it. And yes, to some degree it does. But you are the infinite presence, and that power flows through you, and you can use it, not just your own limited power. Treatment provides a pause and remembering in our own consciousness. So just take a moment right now and just take a deep breath and let it out. And bring your focus to your heart center. And can you feel a sense of peace there? A sense of calm? That's the beginning. So just bring your attention back to the room. Let there be an opening into the quiet that lies beneath the chaos, where you find the peace you did not think possible, and you see what shimmers within the storm. John O'Donohue. That's so beautiful. The possible, and see what shimmers within the storm. Let's take a musical pause and remember in our own consciousness, and just sit back and relax and enjoy this song, and close your eyes and bring your focus to your heart center.
In the silence of your love, I've begun to see the many special treasures you freely give to me. And in that precious, peaceful place where I feel most alive, you shine your light so brightly, no darkness can survive. In the silence, in the silence, in the silence of your love, I have come to know there isn't any reason to live this life alone. When I draw close to you, you draw close to me, my loving friend who's always here and knows my every need. In the silence, in the silence, when I can't take the noise now, I turn inside to you. Who'd have thought that in the silence I would hear the truth? In the silence of your love, your voice speaks loud and clear. The constant chatter ceases, it's only you I hear. I find comfort in your presence and strength in what you say, 'cause whatever path I choose to take, it's you who leads the way. In the silence,
You and the universe are one. Your mind is a channel through which the creative intelligence of the universe expresses. Pray with clear purpose. Prayer is for your awareness to shift and become aware of what is actually true, and you use it so you can shift what is happening in your own mind. And I know that we sometimes forget. We try to fix that thing out there. And when we fix the thing in here, which is our own mind, our own thoughts about something, that what is out there shifts automatically. Trying to change physical conditions without changing my consciousness is like trying to change the reflection in a mirror without changing the object causing the reflection. That's Patricia Diane Cota-Robles. And isn't that a great metaphor? Because you can't change the reflection in the mirror without changing what's creating the reflection. So free your mind, and the rest will follow. Prayer is to free yourself from wrong thinking and ideas. When you pray, not for an outcome you're trying to control into being, but for the purpose of allowing the divine wisdom within to rise into your consciousness and guide your steps, you more fully realize your purpose as part of the one. And I bet you never thought of your purpose as being listening to the divine guidance. But that is absolutely part of your purpose. Because who you are is a divine expression, a unique expression of the divine. And as you walk knowing that you are divine, you are bringing something so special to the world, so unique, so only that you can bring. Most people consider the course of events as natural and inevitable. They little know what radical changes are possible through prayer. Yogananda. And yes, in our busy world today, even though it has slowed down with this social distancing, it's so easy to forget that prayer is so powerful and that all prayers are answered. We may not always accept the answers or allow it in, but all prayers are answered. You have not been left alone to fight a losing battle or contend against powers of evil. You have been left alone to discover your real nature, that as an individual you may consciously unite with the law of life and the presence of good. Just keep right on knocking at the doorway of your consciousness until every no becomes a yes, every negative thought an affirmation, every fear a faith. You cannot fail if you remain committed. Eventually, the limits you experience will drop from you. You will be free of your self-imposed limits and discover that the doors were never really locked, that you were stuck by your own ideas and your unbelief. So how about saying this with me? I make conscious use of the principle for a definite purpose, and I ground that action in a deeper inner knowing and belief of the spiritual truth about myself and any condition related to the prayer. That's a big one, isn't it? Use treatment to unclog and free your mind, because treatment provides a pause and remembering in your own consciousness. And pray with clear purpose. And maybe you'll say, well, I don't know what that purpose is. You just know that you're uncomfortable. Then pray knowing that the relief from that discomfort is right where you are right now. It's just a matter of focusing on it, tuning into it, allowing it to unfold in your life. So say this with me if that's comfortable. I allow Spirit to fill me to overflowing, revealing my good. So let's anchor this with this wonderful song written by Dedry Francois, Through It All is God.
Shout out in anger or think before I speak. I can choose to be strong or surrender at your feet. I can rage like a fire or soothe like the breeze. All of this is all of you and me. In and through it all is God. In and through it all is love. I am here to be a mirror, to reflect the divine in you, because in and through it all is God. Play a soft, sweet melody or screech in tragedy. It can wrap you in its arms or bring you humbly to your knees. It can bring so much suffering or joy and harmony. All of this is all of you and me, because in and through it all is God. In and through it all is love. I am here to be a mirror, to reflect the divine in you. In and through it all is God. It's what it takes to live this human experience. It's what it takes to awaken to our souls. It's what it takes to realize our wholeness. Because with God's love in and through it all, we are whole. In and through it all is God.
And because we all deserve to have as much abundance in our lives as possible in the way of good and whatever that good may be. Let's say this prosperity affirmation together, because it means more than money. From the love of pure spirit in me, I bless all that I give. It goes forth to heal and bless and prosper. It is evidence of my faith in the good in my life. It does great work in the world, and it returns to me multiplied abundantly. I am prosperous. And Yes, God, I Believe by Margaret Owens Grace is a really great song after that prosperity affirmation.
Will this day be a blessing? Will this year be better than the last? Will I calm the voice that hounds me? Discard the demons of the past? Will I step out of my faith now? Live the truth I've come to know? Throw my dreams into the river? Let these 4 words help them grow. Singing, yes, God, I believe. Yes, God, I believe. Yes, God, I believe. Sing it with me now. Yes, God, I believe. Yes, God, I believe. Yes, God, I believe. Maybe it's a body that needs healing, a relationship that's worn, or a child that is in trouble. There's a friendship that's been torn, and here's a job that needs new vision, bank account that needs relief. I don't have to tell you all my problems, I just gotta rest in your belief. Singing, yes, God, I believe. Yes, God, I believe. Yes, God, I believe. Please sing it with me. Yes, God, I believe. Yes, God, I believe. Yes, God, I believe. I believe in your goodness. I believe in your grace. I believe that your power is flowing through me in this space. For you've given me guidance, and you gave me desire, and you would not have set this flame in my heart if I could not start a fire. So yes, I believe. Yes, I believe. Oh God, I believe. Yes, I believe. Sing it with me now. Yes, God, I believe. Yes, God, I believe. Yes, God, I believe. Again. Yes, God, I believe. Yes, God, I believe. Yes, God, I believe. One last time. Yes, God, I believe. Yes, God, I believe. Yes, God, I believe.
Join with me in consciousness for this closing prayer, and include everyone in your life that you feel you want to surround in love and in the infinite presence of the loving Spirit. The infinite mind of God, which is my mind, fills my consciousness with all that I need to live a full and happy life. I follow the guidance. I am peaceful. I release all fear. I am living love, and so it is. And if you choose, you can send us a prayer request through our website. We're happy to include you in our prayers. And our final song, it's a perky one. You could even stand up and dance while you sing this one. I Am the Thinker That Thinks the Thoughts by Sue Riley and Mr. Boogie Woogie, Emilio Zaris.
I'm the thinker who thinks the thought that changes things that shape my life. I am the thinker who thinks the thought I have the power to change my life. I am the thinker who thinks the thought that changes things that shape my life. I am the thinker who thinks the thought I have the power to change my life. If you ask me who am I am wisdom, I am light. I am more than meets the eye. I cannot be defined. I am the thinker who thinks the thought that changes things that shape my life. I am the thinker who thinks the thought I have the power to change my life. I am the thinker who thinks the thought that changes things that shape my life. I am the thinker who thinks the thought I have the power to change my life. If you ask me what am I am beauty, I am joy. I am more than meets the eye. I cannot be defined. I am the thinker who thinks the thought that changes things that shape my life. I am the thinker who thinks the thought I have the power to change my life. I am the thinker who thinks the thought that changes things that shape my life. I am the thinker who thinks the thought I have the power to change my life. I can choose to be the light and brighten someone's darkest night. I'm so much more than meets the eye. I cannot be defined. I am the thinker who thinks the thought that changes things that shape my life. I am the thinker who thinks the thought I have the power to change my life. I am the thinker who thinks the thought that changes things that shape my life. I am the thinker who thinks the thought I have the power to change my life. I have the power to change my life. I have the power to change my life.
And so do you. You have the power to change your life. Thank you so much for being with us again this week. We're so delighted to have brought you yet another message this week about treatment and how you might change your thinking to change your life. So Emilio and I are so delighted to have presented this for you. Please share this with others. Tell them about the video, and maybe you can share it on Facebook. And whatever, we just love you so much. And please share it, like I said, and know that we are always here for you, whether it be for prayer or for sending you love. So stay online if you would like to send us a donation. We really appreciate it. Thank you. Bye for now.